Dear students, my name is Nausheen Nizami, and in today's session we are going to discuss how to navigate budget documents which are available in public domain. This session is a part of the broader topic which is understanding Indian public finance statistics. Now before we understand the different documents available in public domain, it is important to discuss the meaning of union budget. So union budget is basically a statement, a detailed statement, or you can say a detailed document which has information about the current revenues and expenditures of the government, and also it lays a plan for the forthcoming financial year. Every year in India, union budget is presented by the finance minister, and generally the entire budget speech of the finance minister is made available for public access after the presentation of the budget in the parliament. Now all these documents are extremely useful because they carry in detail data about the revenues and expenditures of government. Some of the documents I have listed here, namely annual financial statement, budget at a glance, key features of budget, budget speech, and macroeconomic framework statement. Now annual financial statement is basically a statement which carries detailed information about the revenues and expenditures in the consolidated fund of India, and it also shows how much revenue and expenditure is planned for the forthcoming financial year. The document budget at a glance, basically using infographics, it helps to explain how the priorities of a given union budget might have changed over a period of time, and accordingly how the expenditure outlay is changing. It also gives an idea about how and from where the revenues are coming to the central government and on which heads expenditure is being incurred. Another document is known as key features of budget, and basically it just presents the highlights of the budget. Then the entire budget speech is available for public access. And macroeconomic framework statement is a detailed statement reflecting the current state of economy, and it also makes projections about the next year. So in macroeconomic framework statement you would find a lot of information about the current and future statistics relating to GDP, inflation, imports and exports, impact of monetary policy on money supply, and related topics. If you want to access these documents, the website which is available and should be accessed is www.indiabudget.gov.in. Let me take you to this website and let's navigate some of the budget documents which are available in public domain. So as you can see on the screen, key to budget documents is available, which basically implies a very detailed document explaining the definitions of concepts relating to budget, and it also explains and carries information about what do you mean by, say, consolidated fund of India, contingency fund of India, and related funds. Budget highlights explains the key features of the union budget which has been recently announced. Budget speech is exactly what has been presented by finance minister in the parliament. Budget at a glance, using infographics, it helps in explaining better what are the priorities of the union budget and from where the revenue sources are coming from, and from on which heads the major expenditures are being incurred by the central government. Annual financial statement, as I said, explains in detailed account of the revenue and expenditures of the central government, and this statement carries details of consolidated fund of India, contingency fund of India, and even public account of India. Then there is finance bill, memorandum, receipt budget, as well as expenditure budget, macroeconomic framework statement, medium term fiscal policy cum fiscal policy strategy statement, which is basically a rolling statement indicating the fiscal imbalances as well as outcome framework 2020-2021, which basically outlines the projections and the visions specific to sectors, various sectors in India, and how the budget allocations have been made according to the various schemes prevailing there. The last document, Implementation of Budget Announcement 2019 to 2020, which basically implies this is a document of the ongoing financial year in which the budget has been presented in the parliament, and it gives a glimpse of how many allocations have been utilized and how much is remaining. So these are broadly the various documents which are available immediately after the presentation of union budget. We are going to see some of them. For example, we can look at the document entitled Budget at a Glance, which you will be able to see when you click the tab of Budget at a Glance. And as you can see, this document is explaining the conceptual definitions, you can see the definition of fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, primary deficit, and then it also explains that how this budget 2020-21 is reflecting the government's firm commitment to substantially boost investment in agriculture, social sector, education and health sector. Apart from this, as you scroll the document, you can also see various statistics related to it. So if we have to look budget at a glance, we can check what all statistics it shows. So revenue receipts, capital receipts, total receipts, which is basically a sum of revenue and capital receipts, total expenditure, revenue deficit, all these details are available, and all of them are in rupees crores, and you have 4 columns here. So this is showing the actual, the second column is showing estimates, the third column is showing revised estimates for the ongoing financial year, and then for the forthcoming financial year, which is 2020-21, budget estimates also have been presented. So this document explains in detail all the statistics which are related to budget. So very interesting data which is saying how and from where rupee comes from. So this is basically showing the sources of revenue for the central government. Now you can see that corporation tax. Through corporation tax, government is earning 18% revenue, income tax is fetching 17% revenue, GST is fetching 18% revenue, then there are borrowings and other liabilities with the government which are fetching 20% revenue, customs is fetching 4% revenue. So this is giving an in detailed account of how the sources, how the revenues are coming from different sources. Similarly, as we scroll the document, you can also see the various heads of expenditure. So rupee goes to, which implies all these expenditure heads. So majority of the government expenditure, as you can see in this pie chart, is going to the state's share of taxes and duties, which is a transfer from center to states. The next share is going on interest payments. The next share is going on central sector schemes, and apart from that, 9% is going on centrally sponsored scheme, then 10% is going on finance commission and other related transfers. Defense is getting 8% of the total expenditure. Subsidies are fetching 6%. Government is also paying around 6% on pensions. So these are broadly showing the various expenditure heads of the government, and that is how this document is useful, because it reveals the budget at a glance. Let us now move to another statement which is very important because it is an in detail statement, and that is annual financial statement. So as you can see, you can download this annual financial statement fully if you want at one go here, and if you want a few chapters only and not all the details, you have access to both Excel and PDF for each of these parts. And then you can also access details for Public Account of India. Let us download annual financial statement and see what it contains. So I have already downloaded the annual financial statement. Let us try to understand what all information it contains. So as you can see at the top, Consolidated Fund of India is written, and the first page is showing receipts only. So the receipts obtained and which have gone to the revenue account of Consolidated Fund of India. You can see the share of tax revenue, you can see the share of income tax, property tax, commodity and services, tax of union territories. All these are available. If we scroll further, you can see various heads of non-tax revenue. So in non-tax revenue, you can look at fiscal services, interest receipts, general services, defense services. So these are different heads. So basically this document gives an in-detailed account of the revenues from different sources in detail. You can see that from economic services you have details of revenues being generated from, say, animal husbandry, dairy development, agriculture research, northeastern areas, petroleum, power, Indian Railways, shipping, postal receipts. So all of these are given in detail, and these are just the receipts of the Consolidated Fund of India. This document is showing disbursements, which implies the expenditures from revenue account of Consolidated Fund of India. Let us scroll and check the information relating to Public Account of India, which is also generally gathering a number of sources of revenue. So if I scroll quickly, I'll be able to show you something about Public Account of India. So you can see that on page 12 we have reached the statement 3, which is about the receipts of Public Account of India, and you can check that how much receipts this account has obtained from National Small Savings Fund, from State Provident Fund, from reserve funds, from reserve funds not bearing interest, from deposits bearing interest, so deposits and advances. So all these are showing the different heads of revenues obtained in the Public Account of India, and this is showing you disbursements, which implies expenditures. So expenditures over NSS, expenditures over State Provident Fund, and all of these heads. So this document basically gives a detailed account of revenues and expenditures of Consolidated Fund of India, and also about Public Account of India. Let us see some more documents. So we can also look at the budget highlights or the key features, for which you have to click on the PDF and you will be able to download it. So let us see what are the highlights of the current budget. As you can see, this document is a 15-page document. The prominent themes of the budget currently are, it is focusing on enhancing ease of living by an active role of governance and an efficient financial sector. It aims at an aspirational India, economic development and caring society. We can scroll further to see more details. So what all reforms, digital revolution on which the budget is focusing. So you can see all these details in brief. This is showing macroeconomic indicators, interesting graphs which are showing GDP growth rate, how it has increased over a period of last 7-8 years and then is falling. CPI and WPI. It's showing the trends using dotted line graphs. It's showing data about net FDI, how it has fluctuated over the period of last 3 years. Then there is graph about forex, or what you call current account deficit in percentage, how it has fallen over a period of time. Then we can scroll to see further details. So there are details about trends in deficit and debt, tracking progress in numbers. Very interesting data. I would like to discuss how foreign exchange reserves in rupees crores have increased in the last 1 year. This is showing gross bank credit. The third graph is showing distribution of workers by status in employment. So we are comparing here the data between 2 years, 2011-12 and 2017-18. As you can see, the share of casual labor has fallen, which is a good indicator. The share of regular wage salaried workers has increased, and the share of self-employed nearly remains the same. Let us scroll further and check what are the other variables that you can see in the highlights of budget. So this particular map, geographic maps, is showing the stature of India. So India is currently the 5th largest economy. So this all entire data is in terms of US trillion dollars. So US is the biggest economy, followed by China 14.1, and Japan, and then Germany, and then comes India. So India is the 5th largest economy in terms of US trillion dollars. Similarly, you can scroll this entire document to check in detail the change in, say, revenue expenditure, capital expenditure over a period of time. Again, this is a data showing that how the sources, what are the various sources of revenue for the central government, and what are the various expenditure heads. So we are not going into detail. Let me move this session towards macroeconomic framework statement, which is a very important statement because it explains what lies in future apart from what is the current status of economy. This can be downloaded by clicking on the PDF icon. So let me take you to the downloaded document. This is a macroeconomic framework statement for 2020-21. So you can see that this document starts with an overview of the economy, and it basically describes the current stature of economy in terms of GDP, in terms of inflation, current account deficit, FDI. So it gives an overview about how India is developing, how the Indian economy is changing over a period of time. After that, this statement explains few important macroeconomic variables in detail. So it explains something about GDP growth, agriculture, prices, external sector, industry. So it is explaining here that how IIP, Index of Industrial Production, has grown at 0.6% during April-November 2019 as compared to 3.8% in 2018-19. So it has compared this percentage for the period in the previous year. So in detail account of how the manufacturing industry is faring, how and what is causing an increase in inflation, what are the factors responsible for a particular trend in GDP. All these factors are discussed in detail, and it also explains something about monetary management. So how monetary policy committee is developing policies to control money supply, and if the repo rate has changed, then what may be the impact of repo rate. All these variables are discussed in detail. Non-banking financial sector, the current state of capital market, banking and non-banking sector. So these are some macroeconomic variables which you can understand. You can understand their current status in detail if you go through the macroeconomic framework statement. It's a very useful statement, as I said, because it gives projections about the forthcoming financial year. So friends, this was the focus of the session. I wanted to help you navigate downloading the various budget related documents quickly, and now we come towards the end of this session. So as you could see, this website, indiabudget.gov.in, has all these documents available for public access, which can be accessed anytime. And economic survey is also available, which also gives a glimpse of the state of economy for a particular financial year. This can also be easily accessed. So friends, we come towards the end of the session, and I'll be back with you explaining something more about Indian public finance. But till then, all of you have a great time ahead and take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Bye.